morning, good people. Welcome to the service of gratitude this morning. So good to see so many folks here to celebrate with us. If you're able, please stand and sing with us. We sing now together.
Can they see?
Good morning. Good morning. It's so wonderful to be with you this morning. Whether you're with us on Zoom, hey Zoomers, or you're here in person, we are glad that you're here. I'm the Reverend Lucy Bunch, happy to be serving this wonderful congregation and happy to be serving alongside the Reverend Dr. Roger Jones. Today is our circle service, with all ages joined together to celebrate gratitude for all life and all creation. Today is also a special day when we will welcome new members who have joined us in the last 3 years. It's our first ceremony since the pandemic. Now, as a community of all ages, we have a group of kids doing activities over here. And they're making kid doing activity noises. So if that feels like it might be distracting to you, please feel free to relocate. I suggest you wait until I'm done talking to do that though, but please feel free to move about however you're comfortable, and everyone is welcome at the activities table. I hope that you got an order of service this morning, and I hope that it had a leaf on it, because you're going to need that for our ritual later on in the service. And if you're on Zoom, you can just click on the link in the chat box and you'll have access to our order of service. The blue sheet is also available probably at the back, and it's a link in the chat for those on Zoom as well. If you're new to UUSS, we extend a very special welcome to you this morning and ask you to please fill out a newcomer's card, whether at our welcome table in the welcome hall or online, posted in the chat box at this moment. We'd love to be able to connect with you, and we are very glad you found your way to us. Our Soul Matters theme this month is the path of change. If you're not part of a regular Soul Matters small group, you can join me this Wednesday for our drop-in group. It's at 6:30 in the main UUSS Zoom room that you can access right on the front page of our website. And if you'd like materials in advance for that session, just send me an email and I'll send them to you. Today is a soup Sunday. You probably already saw the lineup of soups when you came in this morning. So please stay afterwards for a delicious bowl of soup sponsored by the choir and the greeters. The lineup, it happens in the hallway. So when you go out the back doors, you're going to turn to your left and you'll see a sign pointing you. It's always a good time and always good soup. This afternoon, after the service, get your soup, and if you're a parent of kindergarten through fifth grader, join Reverend Roger and the Soul Kids teachers in room 7 and 8 to talk about the teaching schedule for the year and ideas for family activities that we might be doing. All are welcome to that. And finally, I'm particularly excited to announce that we will have our first ever, I think, though we're a 150-year-old congregation, so maybe not, women's retreat, the first weekend in February. And the information was in Friday's weekly message, and you can also access it online on the right column. And you can ask me any questions you have, or ask me or Bobby Keel, who's one of the soup mavens, or Molly Stuart, if you know Molly. So now please check your cell phone to make sure it's on silent mode to assist everyone to being more present and mindful in the service. And I encourage you, those at home, to also silence your cell phone or turn it over so you're not being distracted for our time together. Now let us receive our music for centering.
Good morning. It's good to be with you on this beautiful Sunday before Thanksgiving. Good to be with you if you're with us on Zoom and all of you here in the sanctuary. I'd like to welcome Jade and Justine to join me to come up to recite the words for our chalice lighting. And then Fletcher will light our flaming chalice.
Good morning. I am Jade Lewis Bowles, and I am a member of the Senior High Youth Group and part of the Kids Freedom Club here at UUSS.
Hello, I'm Justine Cox, and I am also a member of the Kids Freedom Club. Our next meeting takes place after the service today, and we have a fundraiser on December 4th. We invite all kids and youth to join us to raise money to stop modern slavery.
These words come from a prayer written long ago by the Reverend Max Coots. It's entitled A Harvest of People. This Tuesday night, I will be reciting this prayer at the interfaith service for Thanksgiving, which will be at St. Michael's Episcopal Church in Carmichael this year. And this will be the Unitarian Universalist contribution to that service. And informally, it is called the vegetable prayer. And just in case you never heard of a Hubbard, it is a very large winter squash.
A harvest of people. Let us give thanks for a bounty of people, for children who are our second planting, even though they grow like weeds, and the wind too soon blows them away. May they remember fondly where their roots are.
For generous friends with hearts as big as Hubbard's and smiles as bright as blossoms. For feisty friends as tart as apples. For continuous friends who, like scallions and cucumbers, keep reminding us that we've had them.
For crotchety friends, as sour as rhubarb and as indestructible. For funny friends, as silly as Brussels sprouts, and serious friends as complex as cauliflowers, and as intricate as onions. For friends as unpretentious as cabbages, and friends like parsnips who can be counted on to see you through the winter. For old friends nodding like sunflowers in the evening.
And for young friends coming on as fast as radishes. For loving friends who wind around us like tendrils and hold us despite our blights and wilts and witherings.
And finally, we give thanks for those friends who are now gone, but who fed us in their times so that we might live. Let us give thanks for the bounty of people in our lives. Blessed be. Thank you, Fletcher. Before I offer the joys and sorrows, I want to mention those of you at the crafts table, children and youth, or children and youth, even if you're not at the crafts table, there will be two opportunities to help out. One is when we have the offering, and then the other one will be when we have our gratitude ritual. So we'll be asking you to help out. And then there will be some opportunities to have some silence, and this is one of them. We've heard through the link for Joys and Sorrows that you can find in our weekly email message, some words from some of our members and friends for joys and sorrows and prayers. And we extend our condolences to our member Andy Kramer on the loss of his brother-in-law Richard. He died on Friday. And he writes, I was able to be in Houston this week to support him and my sister. And we extend our care to all who are grieving losses, including some losses in other states. The college students murdered just over a week ago, 3 football players for the University of Virginia, and 4 students who were friends of one another at the University of Idaho. And just yesterday, the killings in a gay nightclub. A number of people in our circles of care have been dealing with respiratory conditions, including severe colds, RSV, COVID, and the flu. We extend our love and wishes for healing, especially if you're with us right now on Zoom. Also, our member Catherine O'Brien is concerned in particular for her granddaughter who has come down with pneumonia. Apolline is 6 years old. She's attended religious education here. Pneumonia is concerning due to an underlying health condition that Apolline has, so please keep her in your prayers and send her your healing wishes. Our member Nancy Opershaw has expressed the joy that tomorrow she will be outdoors at the Nature Center in Carmichael with 16 children who are 5 years old to tell them about the traditions of the Nisenan people whose lands we occupy in this region. We thank Nancy for sharing her presence with children. As holiday travel approaches this Thanksgiving week, we extend good wishes for safe travel and for nourishing visits with friends and family. May our moments of reunion be blessed with goodwill, acceptance, and peace, and courage when we need it. Now let us take some time to bring ourselves fully into this gathering, and let us start with a prayer which is that primordial prayer which we know as our breath. Join me in taking a deep inhale breath and pausing to hold it and then exhaling it deeply. Inhale. And now a second breath, inhaling deeply, pausing, and then exhaling with a sigh. And now a third time, inhaling deeply, pausing, and then exhaling with a sigh full of our spirit. As we continue breathing together, please receive these words of prayer. O Spirit of life, we feel your power in the rising of our chests as we draw in a breath. And we give thanks for the gift of life and for the blessing of this new day. O Spirit of love, we feel your grace in the presence and kindness of others, in gestures of acceptance and patience, in deeds of generosity and help. We give thanks for the gift of love in all its forms, and for the blessing of care and community. We send our good wishes to all who need healing and all who need peace, so that all may know that they are loved. O Spirit of courage, we feel your strength when we confront changes we need to make, when we examine our fears, reconsider our attitudes, and open our hearts to new people, new perspectives, new possibilities. We give thanks for the gift of encouragement from others and for the blessing to realize that we are not alone. On this new day, let us be renewed by noticing the ordinary gifts which abound around us and within us. May we find comfort in gestures of generosity, care, and kindness, which we receive and which we can give. And let us be nourished every day by the simple act of giving thanks for life and giving thanks for every good gift of life. Blessed be. And now let us pause, just breathing together for our personal prayers and private contemplations. Blessed be.
remain seated or stand if you're inclined, and as we count our gratitude and sing, "Oh, we give thanks."
If you're joining us as a new member and participating in this ceremony, please line up here on the floor to my right. Come on up. For more than a century and a half, people have gathered as part of this congregation to seek a higher purpose and a deeper life than they could find alone. We are grateful today that these new members have found their way here and have decided to make a commitment to this faith community. Tech folks, if you want to ask the people at home to turn, the new members at home to turn on their videos, and you can project them onto the screen. We will now welcome new members into our community. It has been more than 3 years since the last ceremony. So the folks that are with us this morning have joined between January 2020 and Thursday. Yay, there they are. So I'm going to introduce the folks on Zoom first, and hold up the rest of you. I'll get to you in just a second. So you can't see everybody, unfortunately. There we go. I'm going to start in the middle there with Ann Carlson and Beth Martin. You want to wave to everybody? And that's Susie Mazerol over there on the right. Hi, Susie. Jeff Richmond. Can you guys see Jeff there in the middle? And Lee Maxey and Yufeng Shu. You want to wave your hands there? Oh, returning members, that's right. Yeah, they're coming back to us after a time away. Welcome, all of you. I hope you have a copy of the order of service, because there's going to be some words we're going to share a little bit later, okay? Terrific. All right, now I'm going to welcome the new members. Wow, there's a lot of you there, all lined up. How exciting. So I'm going to call you up by name and introduce you, and then Roger will extend the hand of fellowship and give you a copy of a wonderful book about Unitarian Universalism, a small token of our love for you. And Inara Gard, our board president, will hand you a flower. And then if you could just make like a cluster there in front of the other tree, then we'll be all set. Come on up, Duncan Barrow. You can clap as they come forward. Wouldn't that be nice? Colette Kavanaugh. Oh, I like this. This is exciting. Hi. Andy Kramer. Come on up, Andy. Pat Hoffmaster. Come on up, Pat. Gloria Storer. Good to see you, Gloria. Come on up, welcome. Oh my goodness, let me see. This would be Lisa Bunker. Come on up, Lisa. Dawn Hebner. Rachel Nickel. Oh, I'm doing pretty well, aren't I? Who's that? Is that Joyce Ownby? Did I get it right, Joyce? I did, yay. Yay. It is Carol Koss. Come on up, Carol. Welcome. Beth Tenpass. You're new. Who's that? Oh, Tina Chaginsky Lawrence, who's come back after being away. This is so hilarious. I love this. It's Annette. Oh, Annette, I got to find your last name. Annette Orella. That's it. I got it. Yeah, welcome. That would be Judy Feinholm, I believe. Come on up, Judy, and Gretchen Woods. Come on up. Thank you, Gretchen. It's Alicia Taylor. Alicia. Oh, Alicia. Really good catch. That's a lot of names. I want some applause for all those names. Will the members of the congregation now please stand and read the words together in your order of service or on the screen? We welcome you as once we were welcomed ourselves. In the bonds of fellowship and love, we unite to cultivate reverence, to promote spiritual growth and commitment to our principles, to minister to each other's needs and to those of humanity, to celebrate the sacred moments of life's passage and to honor the holiness of being.
Now, for those of you in the room, please turn toward me so that I can extend a blessing. And if you are on Zoom with us, stay with us and pay attention. Because I'm going to extend a blessing on behalf of the ministers and members of this congregation, the UU Society of Sacramento. May you find here worthy companions for your spiritual journey. May you find the inspiration to offer your gifts to this congregation and the wider community and the world. And may you feel forever held in the love and support of this congregation. Blessings to you. Blessings. The next words are for you to speak as new members.
We enter this congregation with hope and possibility in our hearts, pledging to participate in and support the ministries of this church. With you, we pledge to come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. We seek your welcome as we join you in this faith.
And now please join in the final words on the screen. We hope that as members, you will allow yourselves to know and be known, to minister to and to be ministered unto, to love and be loved by us, your fellow members of this congregation. We recognize that we are now a different congregation. We are enhanced and expanded by your presence. We welcome you to this community with all our hearts. Yay! want to include Crystal and Sean Fountain. You guys want to wave? They're over at the activities table. New members as well, and we'll bring you flowers and books. And they come with Fletcher, Archer, and Edra as a package family. So welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being with us. It's a pleasure.
Good morning. My name is Courtney O'Neill. I'm one of the worship associates today. I am a perfectionist. Some of you may know this already. I put a lot of pressure on myself. A completed project could always be done better. A piano piece could have been practiced more. The meals almost always better cooked. As a lifelong perfectionist, I've always seen mistakes that I've made as bad, as signs that I have been measured and found wanting. Recently, though, I experienced something that inspired me to change this mindset. I was meditating, and an image came into my mind of what looked like a vase. Gradually, cracks began to appear on the vase, covering the surface. Oh no, I thought, this vase is breaking. Except that through the lines of each crack, light began to seep out. Eventually, I realized what I was looking at was not a vase, it was a lamp. Each crack was a way for the light to shine through. In my meditation, it occurred to me, if we don't have cracks, then no one will see our light. The image of a light shining through the cracks stuck with me. It reminded me of the Japanese tradition of kintsugi, where if a ceramic breaks, gold lacquer is used to repair it. Because of the gold, the cracks are not just visible, they're beautiful. I read a description of kintsugi which said, with lacquer and gold, the object's scars come to life. They become an ode to the passing of time, an ode to imperfection. What if every mistake, every imperfection in myself is actually an opportunity for me to let light shine through? A chance to show kindness to someone who is struggling, an opportunity to be kind to myself. Most importantly for me, what if all of these cracks, these mistakes, these errors are opportunities to teach kindness to my kids? To teach them that when they spill something, it's not a shortcoming. Sometimes in life, we are going to make messes and we are going to have to learn to clean them up. When they fight, helping them learn that it's not a character flaw to be angry, learning to resolve conflicts and build stronger relationships. Thinking more about these cracks, I've realized that I don't really want to be perfect. My mistakes over the years have given me the ability to relate to other people, to empathize, to say I've been there, to hold space because I understand someone's struggle. I couldn't do any of that without the pain of experiencing my own blunders. Each mistake has left its mark, a mark which has defined and refined me, like the gold etching on a mended piece of pottery. So now, instead of agonizing over mistakes made, I work to practice gratitude. Mistakes have taught me to love and to guide my kids, to have meaningful relationships with the people I love. I still struggle. It can be difficult in the moment to remember to be grateful for a mistake, but I'm not trying to be perfect anymore. What would happen if each of us in this room, and beyond that, in society, practiced gratitude for our mistakes? What kind of culture shift could we bring about if we gave thanks for the gifts of our imperfections instead of seeing them as flaws? It's worth thinking about. I am grateful for all of our cracks. They are opportunities to see our light. Thank you.
I'm Karen Sparrow, and I'm here joyfully celebrating and being grateful for the fact that our congregation's mission is to say, we come together to deepen our lives to be a force for healing in the world. We live out this mission in many ways, healing, including by the practice of generosity. We give 1/2 of every Sunday's offering to a local organization working to heal the world. Our community partner for this month is the River City Food Bank, the oldest continuously serving food bank in Sacramento County. Every weekday, River City provides fresh, healthy food with choices reflecting the culture diversity of this area. On the slide and in the chat on Zoom, you can see how you can contribute electronically or by mailing in a check here to UUSS. You can even text your donation from your seat. Please give generously in support of this important organization. River City provides emergency food and non-food items at its locations in Midtown and here in Arden, serving lifelong Sacramento residents as well as new immigrants and refugees. To address childhood hunger, it provides healthy snacks to schools and helps families to enroll in the CalFresh program for assistance. It assists those who are unhoused and those barely hanging on. Thank you for your generosity. With the children's help, we will now have this morning's offering to be given and received. And now, as our ushers bring forward our gifts, please join in me in saying the unison words. May generosity bless our world. May gratitude nourish your spirits.
I want to ask for the kids who are at the craps table and the adults too, for your attention for just a moment more, and everybody else to join me. I'm going to ask you if you would put your hand over your heart, and if that is not easy for you to do, just bring your attention to your heart and notice how it beats reliably. And notice how it pumps your own blood. continuously. It is an ordinary action in our bodies, and it's also a miracle. Thank you. Last Sunday afternoon, after church, I attended a parent information session led by our adult volunteers about our sexuality education program, which is starting up in January for children in grades 4, 5, and 6. OWL, Our Whole Lives, was created by our denomination to reflect the values of respect, relationship, and responsibility when it comes to sexuality. As we went around the room for introductions, one parent said, "I wish something like this had been available for me when I was growing up." And then almost everybody else said words to that effect. And I could have said the same thing. Like them, I wish I had known then what I know now. And I wish I had learned it in a context like OWL. How lucky are these kids that they are learning this information and these values with their families in the context of their congregation. And since that moment, something else has occurred to me. I wish I had grown up learning how to practice gratitude, but I didn't. Of course, in my family, we learned to say please and thank you at home and out in the world, and I learned how to write thank you notes. And doing that can leave me with a good feeling. But in my family, we didn't learn to take a moment to recognize the simple gifts of life, to be aware, and to express gratitude. It would have been so nice to go around the table at mealtime on a regular basis to name one thing for which we could be grateful. It would have helped me as a child, and I think it would have helped my parents too. Fortunately, as a minister, I have been lucky to be at family tables where this does happen. And our Unitarian Universalist parents have told me about the memorable words which have been spoken at home in bedtime rituals or at meal times, words of gratitude. Studies have confirmed that cultivating a spirit of gratitude can benefit our spiritual, emotional, and physical health. A regular practice of gratitude can lower anxiety and reduce worry. It can give us perspective on our troubles and on our losses and on our longings. Gratitude can help us as we go through the grieving process. The effects of practicing gratitude build up over time. Like exercise, like healthful eating, like saving money or getting enough rest, or any other discipline that helps to enhance our lives, gratitude's effects build up the more we do it. However, the act of noticing what we can be grateful for is a simple practice, and it does not require special equipment or gym memberships. According to Brother David Steindl-Rast, the way of gratitude is the way of happiness. It can keep us from taking for granted the moments of life which are as miraculous as they are ordinary. Brother David is a Benedictine monk, and he was born in Austria 96 years ago, but he's lived in the US for most of his life. And among his many articles and videos on his website is gratitude.org, by the way. And among his videos is one that says, "Want to be happy? Be grateful." As an adult, I have learned the practice of being grateful, of noticing and giving thanks, and I've learned it from poets and from gardeners, from photographers and other artists, from spiritual authors, and from children. I enjoy hearing what children have to say because they are experts at finding surprises in what many of us have taken for granted. Brother David writes that an experience of surprise is the beginning of gratitude. Consider a rainbow, Brother David says. When we appreciate a rainbow, we feel a sense of surprise. Yet the conditions for the appearance of a rainbow are fully explainable by science. A rainbow is natural and ordinary, yet we don't take a rainbow for granted. It is a gift. We can use the same perspective toward anything in our lives. Brother David invites us to take a fresh look at the ordinary. The great truth that surprise wants to teach us, he says, is that everything is gratuitous. Everything is a gift. The first surprise, he says, is that there is anything at all. The surprise that life exists, that this new day is here, that we are here. What a surprise. You are a surprise. You are a surprise and a gift. When we no longer take such ordinary miracles for granted, we can appreciate them as a gift and as a surprise. And as Courtney showed us, we can give thanks for our imperfections and our weaknesses, because these are things that make us human. Noticing our imperfections can help us be kind. They can help us be authentic. Appreciating our imperfections as part of who we are is an important part of giving thanks for ourselves. So maybe we can cultivate surprise when we make mistakes and gratitude. The practice of gratitude doesn't need to be a once-a-year thing at Thanksgiving, but this holiday can remind us of how good it is to give thanks. And maybe Thanksgiving can be a starting point for a fresh look at the ordinary every day of the year. And in our ordinary days, when we notice that we are breathing, maybe one breath that we take can remind us of the ordinary miracle of being alive and remind us to give thanks. May our gratitude help us to accept ourselves and to connect with one another. May our gratitude bring us peace, peace for ourselves, peace for others, peace for the world. So may it be. Blessed be, and amen. In a moment, we will have an opportunity to practice gratitude here in a ritual which has become a tradition in our congregation. Each one of you should have received an order of service with a sticky note on it. And if not, one can be brought to you. And also, see if you have a pen or a pencil with you, and if not, one can be brought to you. So you may want to raise your hands so the greeters can do that. Or you can help them out if you like. And we're going to take a little time, just a few minutes, for you to think about and reflect on your gratitude, and think about one thing that you would like to write down for which you're grateful, one object of your gratitude, and write it on this leaf. And then we're going to come up here and post those sticky notes on these boards. And I will give you a little instruction about that in a minute, but when we invite you to come down, we will invite you to speak in a microphone or post in the chat 2 words reflecting your gratitude. Only 2 words. So you can write 2 words down on the leaf, or you can write 500 words on your leaf and then distill that down to 2 words when you come up to speak. So Irina will offer us some music as we reflect and write. So before we begin, I'd like to invite some of our children and youth, if you would like to come up here to help, because some people will hand you their leaves to put on the board, one of the boards. So at this time, you will be invited to bring your leaf forward, and this is the way it will work. We'll invite you to come down the center aisle, so go around the outside, come down the center aisle, and then Courtney and Karen will have a microphone, and you can speak your 2 words into the microphone. And if you don't have anything to think of that you could say in 2 words, you could just say thank you. And then if you're in the chat, Reverend Lucy will be reading your 2 words also at that time. And then if you come up here and you say your words, then you can go up here. And if you need a ramp, it's right there, and post your leaf. And you can linger there as long as you'd like to read what other people post on there. So if you would like, you can ask a neighbor to bring your leaf up and post it, or to hand it to you. So you can come on up. I'll give you one. You can post mine. Okay. So and then they exit. Oh, that's right. Very important. You exit, or you return to your seat. You don't exit yet because the soup is not ready. So you return to your seats from the outside, so that you don't crash into people and try to find gratitude in that. So, all right. So Courtney and Karen and Lucy.
Let us begin. Love and laughter. Good health, another day.
Fall colors.
Family, friends.
Health, wife.
Gratitude for the sunshine today.
Health and my dogs.
Home, safety.
Klamath River.
John McMillan.
Richard Carlson.
Life and love.
Church choir.
Beloved grandchildren.
Good health.
Our son.
College admissions.
Cat health.
Friends.
Home, friends.
Family and friends. Health and family.
Good health.
A service and generosity.
Mental health.
My 5 sons.
My daughter. God's love.
Music and possibilities.
My brother.
UUSS.
Henry Charlotte.
Still here. My mother. My cats. Modern medicine.
Lucy and Molly. My friend Alicia. Family and home.
Creativity, adventures.
Effective communication. Having enough.
Science and technology.
Brother's wife. Surrounding love.
Friends, health.
Family life.
Family, Gina.
Family and pets. Today.
Health and family. Giving and receiving.
Connections and trees.
My companion.
This community.
Great love and health in my life.
Yorgos.
Abundant time. Saving.
Family ties.
New beginnings. Nature, friends.
Health and family.
My wife and sunsets.
My health. Healing. And safe delivery.
Mumsy.
Everything. Good friends.
My wife.
My husband, my cats.
Autumn color.
Kitty love.
Reunions.
My community.
Family and football.
Family and friends.
Curiosity, open-mindedness.
The church
Family,
community.
Family and friends.
Furry friends.
Music and art.
New friends.
Music, my mom. Seasons and friends.
Friendship, love.
Family and friends.
Rain this past week.
Family and friends.
Chosen family. We're family and friends.
Home and work.
In the energy of this place.
Family and friends.
Life's gifts.
Books and music.
Health and energy.
Nora and kittens.
Forgiveness.
Family, friends, and poetry.
Family and democracy.
This day.
Family, friends. Love and friends.
Life and my son.
Family, friends.
For love.
My wife.
Rain and sunshine.
Connection with family and friends.
Mark.
Love and patience. Family and help.
Belonging and purpose.
UUSS. Chosen family.
Health and family.
Family and job.
My family.
Family and health.
My home. Music.
Creative reflection.
My partner.
Nature's beauty. Meeting Patty.
Being here.
Debate. Family and church.
Good health.
Community compassion.
Grandma, Grandpa Day.
Get strong.
Family and nature. A loving pal. Trees. Or youth.
Knowing you.
Family, cats.
My family.
Family and cats.
Givers, receivers.
Tabby. This moment. Rising sun. Turkey and sides.
Restored optimism.
Grandkids and Lucy.
New breath.
Family and friends.
Forgiveness of forgetfulness.
Health and family.
My wife.
Hello?
My family.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot mine. I put it up here. Oh, he was.
New books.
Thank you, everybody, for helping, everybody for participating, everybody for bringing yourself here, your spirit here in this room on Zoom. May we remember to remember all the ordinary aspects of our lives, all the ordinary moments of our days, which are extraordinary, which are miraculous, which are gifts, starting with the gift of being alive, being here, being together. Let us remember to give thanks. Blessed be.
Let's all rise and sing together hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth. And now we extinguish this flame, but carry the light, love, and commitment of this gathering into the days to come.
And now for our benediction, I invite you to reach out to one another, to reach out to those at home, to reach out to those about to serve soup. If you are at home, reach out to us. And please repeat after me. May faith in the Spirit of life.
May faith in the Spirit of life.
Hope for the community of earth.
Hope for the community of earth.
And love of the sacred in ourselves and one another.
And love of the sacred in ourselves and one another.
Be ours now and in all the days to come.
Be ours now and in all the days to come.